Hello and welcome to Rev Sports third T20I between India and England. And England has won by 26 runs. But a lot of positives for Team India, especially in the name of a Varun Chakravarty who has shined once again. A 5 wicket haul for Varun Chakravarty has shown just how much he's capable of. Bharat, starting with you, what makes Varun Chakravarty so dangerous and back to back matches, and he's put in some incredible performances.
Yeah, I guess I've noted before as well. It's not just about his bowling; is no more about just variations. His bowling now is also about his all-round ability, all-round strength. If you look at his skills, he can hit the sticker of the bat a lot of times. That means he's imparting a little more over spin. Obviously, he's a tall spinner, so with that high arm action, he's able to hit the more up, higher up on the bat. That's one. Second is varying his pace really well. Even if you look at his spells today, he varied his pace. Even if you go back to the Vijay Hazare Trophy, he varied his pace from 88 kilometers per hour to 113 kilometers per hour. That tells something about his confidence. And also, he's experimenting a little more with side spin these days. That is something one has not seen before. Since the start of Vijay Hazare Trophy, one has noticed that he's also imparting a little more side spin or experimenting on occasions. So when you consider all these points, I guess that is what has made Varun Chakravarty really good. As the conditions helped the spinners a little more today, there's a little more turn, but his control as well, where he's able to hit the good line spot, or as coaches tell, spot bowling all the time, vary his lengths a little bit. All these things is making him a really good bowler, a very dangerous bowler, I would say. And in these conditions, he was very lethal.
Yeah, before I ask Shomik about Varun Chakravarty, we have Joss Butler joining us. He's saying, I hope you enjoyed an old fashioned thrashing tonight. Now let me go and attend my post match. Very funny, but Shomik, Varun Chakravarty, great performance in the last match, incredible performance in this match as well. Uh, we were talking about India missing a trick by not adding Varun Chakravarty in the Champions Trophy squad. But at this point, what are you thinking? He's not young, but still, he's been putting in some great performances, both in domestic and now international as well.
The best thing is that the way he has been varying his pace and the way he's beating the batsman in the air, the way he has been using the drip to pull the batsman. So today only Jamie Smith dismissal was the lucky one in the sense Jamie Smith hit a half tracker uh, and got and was holed out basically, and even Varun broke into a sheepish smile after the dismissal because he was expecting Jamie Smith to clear the ropes, but overall he has been bowling very well. Um, Also, the fact is that this the tendency of the England batsmen, we have discussed it so many times that they try to read the ball off the deck, not from the hand. And for someone, if you Varun Chakravarty, who has a bag full of tricks, it is always fraught with risks if you are not picking him off the hand. And once again, they are, and their last resort is to try to play the shot. Whenever they are in trouble, they go for the sweep shot. That is their go to shot. So that makes them a bit predictable. But all said and done, yes, we discussed it yesterday also that Varun Chakravarty should be. I mean, the final Champions Trophy squad uh, is you have to change it. You can change it until 11th of March. Very unlikely this is say I will change it, but maybe once again we reiterate that the selectors probably have missed a trick by not including Varun to the Champions Trophy squad. Albeit is a different format.
Absolutely. Bharat, Varun Chakravarty's performance aside, India did end up on the losing side. Where do you think India went wrong today?
Yeah, see, the first point is this was not a never a great batting pitch. It was never a great batting pitch. There was something in it for the bowlers, even in the first innings. There was a little bit of turn, there was a little bit of variable bounce. So somewhere where India went wrong, first of all, that Livingstone played that innings where it two, three sixes of Ravi Bishnoi. Then that last wicket stand took them to 171. 171 was a good score in these conditions. So maybe England scored 20 more runs or 15, 20, 15 runs extra there. And second, when India were batting, India lost momentum. India lost momentum. Then someone like Washington Sundar couldn't play those shots, and that put pressure on Hardik Pandya and the rest of the batters to play a lot more big shots. And England obviously had four tall bowlers who basically took advantage of this variable bounce, all of them well over 6 feet. So they were taking advantage of that little bit of two-pace nature of the deck by bowling short of a length, short of a length, and occasional delivery was staying a little bit low and climbing a little bit. So England space attack also again took the responsibility. They have a good pace attack, but I guess India went wrong when I guess in the last 3-4 overs when that last last wicket pair added 25 odd runs, and then they lost the momentum when Washington Sundar and Hardik Pandya were batting after they lost a few early wickets upfront.
Shomik, anything to add to that? Why do you think India ended up on the losing side? Of course, this was not the batting pitch that you expected it to be, and the openers did not fire as much as they did in the last game. So, all that aside, what do you think was the reason for it? You're on mute.
No solution, Gagi. I mean, the thing is that it is nothing to read into this, because India have been on a great run as far as T20 cricket is concerned. It is just a one-off thing. It is just a, and in this format, you are not expected to win every game. I mean, India don't have a divine right to win every game. England played very, very well, thoroughly deserved their win. The way their bowlers bowled, I mean, this pitch was a good one good one for batting to start with. It gradually became a bit too paced. It gradually, and the England bowlers bowled the Carters to good effect. They took pace off the ball, and that eventually, and when you are playing a high risk game, when you are playing a high risk game, it is not about going about. It is not about uh, pacing your innings to the target. India have taken the template of playing a high risk game. England also play a high risk game. So from that point of view, that this such odd losses will be there. Nothing to read into it. Today England played better cricket. They won, and this very nicely sets up the series. It is 2-1, good for the spectators.
Let's a point to it. See, as I noted, all these bowlers are well over 6 feet. So what happens is when they bowl these cutters, when they bowl these lower ones into the wicket, they get that little more bounce, and it's always hitting higher up on the bat. So that is what I think made it a little tougher for the Indian batters, because even when they tried the variations, it was hitting near the sticker of the bat a lot more. I guess that is where the taller pacers had an advantage.
Yeah. Devashish Sen also joins us. I was looking at the comments because a lot of them are coming in. So let's take some. Vian saying Bishnoi hardly spins the ball and is a piece of cake for the right-handers. Only picked one wicket in the entire series. Devashish, do you have anything to say about Ravi Bishnoi? Vian Singh says that he hardly spins the ball.
Yeah, obviously, if you look at if you compare someone like a Varun Chakravarty, who has been phenomenal ever since he made his comeback from injury, taking 27 wickets. But on the other side, I mean, with Ravi Bishnoi, obviously, the problem with leg spinner is that they will go for runs, but at the same time they will give you wickets as well. But today was not the day for Ravi Bishnoi. But given the overall strength of the Indian team is that it has been their spinners. Yes, it was one of their, and we must also give credit to the England batters because of their template, the way they batted. Means, and despite losing the wickets, they never shied away from taking a chance against the spinners. Yes, and at times that has been their undoing. Gargi.
Just a point
Yeah.
it about Bishnoi, just a
And
small
Gargi,
point.
Gargi, one more thing about this Ravi Vishnu thing. That is that I mean, Vishnu is playing as a backup spinner. Once Kuldeep Yadav is fit and he comes into the squad, Vishnu will be out of the playing 11 because Kuldeep Yadav is the number one wrist spinner as far as India is concerned in white ball cricket. So he's a backup spinner. And if you look at our leg spin, pure leg spin repertoire, I mean, Vishnu is the only man you have in the sense there are people like Rahul Chahar and others, but Vishnu is better than them. Then again, he is the backup option only because Kuldeep is not there, he is playing.
Obviously, the 2 points on Bishnoi, his bowling skills. See, someone who bowls a lot of googlies, he doesn't really bowl the leg break. Occasionally bowls a straight through one. So somewhere England have understood that he's only mainly bowling googlies. So that is why I guess it's going against him. And unlike Varun Chakravarty, doesn't get the bounce. Chakravarty is a tall spinner, high arm action. So he's someone who will always get that little more bounce. So when a batter is trying to hit, it is always again hitting near the sticker of the bat, as we saw with Jamie Smith. He couldn't really get underneath it, and with Vishnu, it's skidding through a little more, and it's slightly easier for a right hand batter, especially when he's bowling only quickly to hit it across the line, like Livingstone did.
Yes. And a lot of questions about why Dhruv Jurel was batting ahead of Akshar Patel and batting after, sorry, Akshar Patel and Washington Sundar, and if he has been picked as a batter. Shomik, how do you explain this decision? I think Shomik's internet. Okay, there, he's back. He's back. But Sayan Ganguly is asking why is Jurel batting after Akshar and Sundar if he has been picked as a batter?
No, it's about getting that left right combination going, sort of getting that left right combination going. And see, Akshar has always been a floater in this batting lineup. In At the T20 World Cup also, he was the floater. And the other man, Washington Sundar, as because the ball was gripping a bit, and they are bowling cut as sort of. Washington is a good player against that type, and it's mainly down to the fact I have been seeing this Gautam Gambhir template right from Sri Lanka last year. He wants to keep that left right combination going, and this is basically the reason.
That there's another question regarding the same. He's Sayantan Sengupta, last wicket partnership of England of 23 runs, obsession with left right combo in batting, two main concerns about this loss, which might affect in upcoming matches too. Devashish, take this comment, please.
I, I I don't think that this loss might affect in the upcoming matches, given the dominance by India means winning 25 out of 27 matches. That are incredible statistics. And after the T20 World Cup, they have lost only two matches, one in South Africa and one in Zimbabwe, if I'm not wrong. So I think yes, England, and remember England are very decent side. Yes, they did they did not bat well in the last two matches. It is that today their batting stood out. So that made the difference, and it will test the Indians. That there is no two ways about it. It will definitely test the Indians in the remaining matches. But then, and only concern for me, if you ask me, is that the manner in which someone like a Sanju Samson got out means obviously he got into out in similar manners. Three times out of three he got out to short balls. So I think clearly there has to be a planning by the England bowlers and someone like a Surya Kumar Yadav also. Means it just like I won't compare it, but it has been a long, a reasonable stretch now that he has not scored runs, and that has been a concerning area. But then overall, if you say, I think it was those wickets, and England kept on taking the wickets. I think that made the job easy. So I think yes, England are a very decent side on paper, but then I don't see this result will affect in the upcoming matches? Because India in this format are too formidable a side.
Uh, Sayantan has a follow up on this comment. I mean, this obsession with right left combo might affect, like, it might affect Sky and Tilak if they keep switching their positions. Uh, yeah. Yes, Shomik.
Yeah, by maintaining this left right combo, by maintaining this template, India have won 15 out of 17 matches under Gautam Gambhir. I mean, post the T20 World Cup, right? It is just one game, and our fans need to understand the fact India don't have a divine right to win every game. When an opponent will play better cricket on the night, they will win. England are a very good team. I mean, in the last game also, they almost won it, but for that drop catch from Adil Rashid, we don't know what would have happened if Adil Rashid would have taken that catch. So if you expect India to steamroll England in the series, then uh, that's not going to happen. India have been maintaining this left-right combination, and they were winning matches for fun. They have lost just one game to a very good side, and it's very and uh, looking at the bigger picture in the context of the series, this is a very good result, given that is it nicely sets up the series. If India would have won today, the series would have been, the last two games would have been a dead rubber.
I agree with that. More questions. Vian Singh, Rajat Patidar, Venki Iyer, Shashank Singh, Ramandeep, Dubey, etc. So many hard hitting batters, and we play Sundar at 6. Shocking. Bharat?
Yeah, see, I've already noted about Ajit Patidar is someone, I think he's an excellent shot maker, even in the Vijay Hazare, even in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, the way he was batting. He's a great player of spin. In this format, I'm saying, I'm not talking about Test cricket. He's a great player, great spin hitter in this format, and it's a good player against pace bowling. So India can take a chance, but somewhere his failures in Test cricket has it seems like it has made the Indian management think he can't succeed in international cricket. Maybe they're mixing up the formats because the way he played in the IPL recently as well last year is someone I think is a very good spin hitter and also good player of fast bowling, short of and fast bowling. So India can at least take a chance with someone like Rajat Patidar in the shortest format, not mix up formats.
Yeah. Tamogna Basu, one nemesis. Final few comments before we close the show. Tamogna Basu is asking, one nemesis we always have had had across formats, and that's one big reason for BGT and today's loss, not being able to finish off the tail, 127 for 8 to 172. Shamek, I think Tamogna brings up a good valid point here.
Yeah, those 47 runs added by the last two wickets, in last two England wickets, that eventually proved to be the difference. India, this has been a long-standing issue, not for this team. This has been a long-standing issue for Indian teams across generations. Across generation, this has been a long-standing issue. So the fact is that you have to also take into the account of the fact Arshdeep, who is a very good death bowler, he didn't play today. Bumrah is not in this setup given that he is recovering from the injury. So two of your best, I mean, your two best death bowlers are not part of the setup at this moment. Not part of the setup in the sense Arshdeep was rested. Bumrah is recovering from an injury. So when they come back to the fold, when they are forming a pair, Bumrah and Arshdeep, then that makes a difference in terms of not allowing the tail to wag. But with this bowling, and we have seen Shami today, for Shami came back to the fold after such a long time. It will bode well for it. It should bode well for Indian cricket, for the Indian team. And he looked a lot leaner. But then again, um, as Sunil Gavaskar also said on air, that It's not easy coming back from such a long layoff. It will be slow burn for Shami. So he will take time to gradually get into the group. So from that point of view, and I just for a minute I want to go back to the previous question about those four players were named by one of our viewers why they are not part of the setup. Two things. Number one, Rajat Patidar. This Indian batting lineup or this Indian squad don't have don't have the allowance to incorporate one more batsman who is not multi-skilled, who is just one-dimensional. If Rajat Patidar could have bowled, he could have been considered. Gautam Gambhir, Surya Kumar Jadhav, they prefer multi-skilled cricketers. Rajat Patidar, thi- uh, this current squad doesn't allow one more player who is just coming to Venki Iyer. Venki Iyer, you have Hardik Pandya, and then the next is that Nitish Kumar Reddy. So that would be one all-rounder too many. Ramandeep is already part of the squad. So this is how the thing is.
And Devashish, final comment from you. What are you expecting out of the Indian team going forward from this match? Of course, like Shomik said, that in the Indian team, when it comes to T20 cricket, has looked good, and this sets up the series actually perfectly because, like Shomik said, if India had won today, the last two matches would be inconsequential. So at this point, if anything, the series has gotten more exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, England, as I said earlier as well, England are not pushovers in this format. They have a very decent side, and also the fact that it's a good wake up call for the Indian team in the lead up to the World Cup next year. So yes, but I would have felt that given that what we know about Gautam Gambhir doesn't tinker with the playing combination because we expected Arshdeep Singh to play today's match, and given the form he has been in, means obviously, and India missed his early wickets, means in the power play. So that is one area where India missed Arshdeep very much. I'm not saying that Shami did not bowl well. Yes, he did bowl well for a certain bowl well, but at the same time, Arshdeep in this format, I would always pick Arshdeep given his variation because with Hardik Pandya chipping in from the other end, Arshdeep it brings a lot of variety as well to that bowling attack. And then when you have a Jasprit Bumrah coming back into the side, this bowling attack will look very little. I think India were playing. I think they erred in by not picking Arshdeep Singh. It might sound that on the hindsight, but I would still prefer to have Arshdeep. But then it's a good wake up call for the Indian team. But no, I think they have the firepower to bounce back. But only a thing here and there, I think it will be sorted.
Well, thank you so much, Bharat, Devashish, and Shomik. I think we can call it a night tonight. It's quite late, and we would all love to go to sleep now. But this sets up the series perfectly into the fourth T20I, and we will find out who clinches the series. But thank you so much for everyone who's watching. Don't forget to join us back tomorrow as well. We'll be back live at 12 p.m. So don't forget to join us then. Until